monitor.
Hold on, I got this. Now claim. I'm going to write with my left hand. There we go.
Okay. So, interval is the distance between two notes.
Do you need to use that stylus again? Or do you...
I think I got it today.
I can't write.
Distance between two notes.
It was supposed to be half step. 10 don't look that. Can you write with your left hand?
Yes.
Okay, we've already
You're ambidextrous.
That's not
Left hand's not as neat as right. But
Modern.
Unless you're right hand.
Huh? Are you talking to me?
No, I was talking to her.
Oh, okay.
But I was talking about you. So I was like, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so interval is the distance between two notes. So if these are my notes, alright, the distance, I'm missing do.
We already wrote interval.
Did you already write it? Okay,
Yeah.
well, we're going to review. Like from re to so, or me to t. Okay, it's the distance between. Alright, half step is one of those intervals, and it is the distance, or the interval rather, sorry.
They should have taught us in elementary school how to write with both hands.
I feel like
You know, in
Between,
California, in a certain school, that if you're left-handed, they make you write right-handed.
what?
In a certain school in California, if you were left-handed, they made you write with your right hand.
That's not fair. I would make F's.
They made my brother do it. Are you left-handed?
No.
Oh. Yeah. But he writes really bad with left hand right now because he never got to practice whenever he was younger writing with his left hand.
Oh,
and
my
right
God.
with his right.
Are you left-handed? Why are you writing with your left hand?
I wanted to try it. Have you guys ever ate with your opposite hand?
Yeah.
I also
throw food in my face.
I eat really well with my left hand.
this other out. Okay, so a half step is the interval between the two closest keys on the piano. Now, that can be the pitch and the next closest pitch on the keyboard. Alright, so turn the wonderful keyboard on here. If I play a C on the keyboard, and then the next closest pitch, I want to go to a half step above it, then I'm going to go to a C sharp, which is going to be a black key. And if I'm playing a B, and I want to go a half step below, it's going to go to a B flat. Now, a whole step is two of these half steps. Okay. Two half steps.
What? Yeah, he had to go for a class yesterday in first hour, and he like
Because two halves make a whole.
Exactly, like two half notes equals a whole note. Two half steps equals one whole step. So if I were to play a G on the piano and I want to go a whole step above it, that's a half step to the A sharp or G sharp. And then another half step is to the A. Okay. A sharp that's the symbol. And it is one half step above, and then the flat looks like a crushed bee.
that looks like my normal bees. Like seriously.
One half step, B, low. natural.
Square. But I can draw that one.
That's what I look like when I with my whole face.
Oh, that's really bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. There we go.
See, I can draw that one.
A little bit.
Alright, so a sharp looks kind of like a pound sign, right? It's one step above. And a flat is the opposite. It's one step below. Now, if you look at the sharp, if you were to like print this on a 3D printer, and it was to be left on your chair, and you were to sit on it in a sharp, you'd stand right back up, right? Because you don't want to sit on something sharp, do you? Like tacks or anything like that.
Depending on how thick your pants are. Like if it's during the winter.
So you'd want to sit on something sharp.
If you can't feel it, like if it's a tack, like seriously, my brother did that to a teacher. It was really wrong of him, but she didn't even feel it. She had really thick pants on.
Okay. So that's how you can remember what direction the sharp goes, is because, you know, you stand right back up after you sat on a sharp. Now, a flat, looks like I've flattened a B, okay, but it also, you can think of a tire. When it goes flat, the air pressure goes down, right? The air goes down, the tire goes down with the flat tire. So flat, down. Now, natural cancels out a sharp or a flat. So if I've got, an A sharp, okay, right here, and then I'm going on, and then I see an A natural. What that does is that natural is taking the place of the sharp and it puts it back down that half step. So there's your A sharp, okay? Later on the music, we see an A natural, so instead of playing the A sharp, I'd play an A. Sorry, I missed the note there. Alright. And remember, all of these videos are on the YouTube channel, so if you get behind or need to refresh yourself, that's what you can do. Alright. Oh, accidental is the term for sharp, flat, or natural. So, if you're going along and I say, watch the accidentals, that might mean there's a lot of flats or a lot of sharps or whatever's in your music. So all three of these are accidentals. All right. Enharmonics. This can be kind of tricky, so pay attention. Enharmonics are two notes with different names but sound exactly the same. Oh no, there we go.
So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what grade you show us what's for the test.
For example,
I'm pretty sure I did all of it right. She said I always have to write right. And she looked at them right after I took my test.
okay, so enharmonics are two notes with different names but sound exactly the same. that's where our sharps and flats really come in handy here. If we've got an A sharp on the piano, okay, an A sharp on the piano, if I were to look at a B and go to B flat, it's the same exact note, just two different names. So let's see here. Yes, they are. They're custom too. They have my name on them.
Really? Where? How'd you do that?
I made them. I designed these myself.
Sweet. How'd you do it?
Oh man, Nike.com.
Track spikes with it on.
that you can do that.
I have to get
C sharp
track spikes this year.
and D flat. So if you see a sharp, what do you think the enharmonic is going to have in its name? If you see a sharp in the name of the note, what do you think the enharmonic is going to have in its name?
Flat?
Exactly, a flat. If you see a flat, then the enharmonic name is going to have a sharp in it. Okay. We're going to try it, okay? So, you have 1 through 12 here. Name the enharmonic, okay? So you've got a G flat. Let's do number 1 together. G flat. And, let's see here. Okay, so we've got our enharmonic note names up here. Now, if we look at our G flat, so this red key is the G. If you notice, the black key below it is the G flat. So if we look at this purple key, we know that the enharmonic is going to have a sharp in it. So we take this note and we look, what is sharp? What is the name for this note, the purple key?
Yeah.
It is F, okay? So we know that F sharp is going to be the enharmonic. So if it's G flat, it's going to be F sharp. You can also, let's look at, so we're gonna look, okay. Skip number 2.
So we don't have to do it?
No, we're going to come back to it. And number 7. Alright. Let us look at number 3. A sharp, right here, this black key. Now we know that this is A, and so that's A sharp, and we know that the enharmonic is going to have a flat in it. And what does a flat do to our pitch?
I'm going to guess flattens it.
It flattens it, but how much? Half step or a whole step? A half step. So we look, the next half step is going to be right here in this yellow key. What's the name of this yellow key? I'm sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. That's the A. What's the name of this blue key? B. Yes.
Oh, wait, no, go back.
So you can go, if you look at our pattern on the keyboard,
Why is that one on the very end not colored? Why is the bottom key not colored?
I don't know. Just the way I didn't do it.
So does it always go that way, or does it?
When we go, let's see here, I want to make sure I'm going the right. When we go up the piano, and up is going to be to our right, that is sharping the note. Because remember, sharp makes it go up. If we're going down the piano, which is left, we're flatting the note.
Because like on number 4, it's D flat.
So we find D flat right here. And so what note is this sharp for?
C sharp.
So C sharp.
So just put C sharp.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one, and I want you to look up on the board and use that one, okay? So you can, this is our pattern. So if a sharp, we go up. Flat, we go down. Okay? Alright, so look at number 2, which is
B sharp.
B sharp. Okay? Is there a black key in between B and C? No. So what is the next half step above B?
C.
C. So that's your answer.
Okay.
Okay? Same thing for E. Is there a black key in between E and F? Is there a black key right here? No. So E sharp would be the same thing as F. And F flat would be the same thing as E. C flat would be the same thing as no.
Wait, what was it?
C flat would be the same as B sharp. So if you look at the number that has
So
B in it,
F just goes to E?
yeah.
F just
So-
goes to E.
F flat, sorry, F, rewind. Okay. This is already a flat and a sharp note. This is not. So what it's looking for is if it's just got, like, for example, F, it's looking for either a sharp or a flat. So we know that it can't be this one, and it can't be that, because that would be a whole step. So it's got to be E, but it's not just regular E, because E and F are two different notes.
So it's E sharp.
It's got to be E sharp. Whatever the harmonic, it's going to have a sharp or a flat in it.
So B goes to A sharp?
No, you're going the wrong way. That's a black key right there. So B, what's the next note right here? C. And what do we got to do to make C equal B?
C flat?
C flat. Yes. It's kind of like your math, but yet symbols.
Yeah, I don't really like math.
That's why
Music is math.
Yeah, still.
Enharmonic pitches have the same sound but different names. For example, B flat equals A sharp. They belong to the same pitch class. Okay? Not all sharped or flatted pitches are black keys. However, if you raise an E or a B to the closest possible note on the keyboard, you get a white key, not a black one. That means E sharp is a white key and is enharmonic with F, just as B sharp is white and enharmonic with C. On the flat side, C flat is enharmonic with B, and F flat is enharmonic with E. So what we're doing is we're finding the notes that sound the same but have two different names. B flat is going to have the same name as what? A sharp. Because that's flatting, that's sharping. So we're going to find what that note name is. And we'll find that note name right there, which is A. Let's see here. we gotta find what the sharp is for this. So if we're flatting this to make this sharp, we're gonna go up here. So we gotta find the note name for this, which is, what is this note name?
F.
F, right? That's why a lot of these piano diagrams, you see dual note names, because they're two different names. Okay, let us look at, well, we answered number 1. Number 2 was, it's just regular old C. C flat would be the same as B. Look at number 3, A sharp. What's that one going to be? B flat. Remember, if it's got a sharp in the name, it's going to have a flat in the enharmonic, except for our exceptions. Alright? Number 4, D flat is the same as C sharp, yes. Number 5, B is the same as C flat, yes. That's one of our exceptions, remember, because we're going from a B to C are both white notes, but there's no black key in between. Number 6, A flat.
G sharp.
Exactly, G sharp. Here's another one of our exceptions. Number 7, E sharp. There's F, just regular old F. Number 8, B flat is the same as
A sharp.
A sharp, yes, which is also the same as number 3. Number 9, D sharp is the same as E flat, yes. 10, here's another exception. E is the same as, wrong way. Well, E and F are two different notes, so one of those has got to be a flat or a sharp.
Sharp.
It's got to be a, well, E,
F flat.
F flat, there you go. Yes, it's F flat, because if you look at E, we know that that one's not going to be it, because these already have two names, okay? Look at, so we got to go the other way, which is going to be F, right? But these are two different notes, so this one's got to be flatted to equal E. Number 11, F sharp.
G flat.
G flat, yes. And number 12, F.
E flat.
Not E flat, E sharp.
Or yeah.
E sharp. And what? And the difference between a sharp and a flat, if you're reading a piece of music, or if you're writing down the note names to play later, sing later, if you write down a G flat, and you just play G, with not paying attention to the accidental, those are two different notes. So if you're going along, it's like when I play. If I don't pay attention, say it's got a E flat in there. If I just play, it's supposed to sound like. But I just say it. I'm not going to pay attention to that E flat. musicians tend to like minor keys better. Tend to, not always. All right. No, too far. There we go.
They're blinking.
Okay, double sharp. Remember our
Goodness.
half steps and whole steps? If a sharp raises it by a half step, two sharps must raise it by a whole step. So double sharp raises the pitch by a whole step. It can look like two double sharps, or it could look like a look like an X for some reason. Okay, with the two dots right there. And the double flat is the opposite. It lowers the pitch by a whole step. That one, it just looks like two flats. There's not another one for that.
Is it an X with two dots inside?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know if those were legit or accident.
They look creepy. It looks really creepy. That looks like a game sign.
Okay,
That looks creepy to
so if I have a double sharp, what's the enharmonic for that? If I have an A double sharp, here's an A. We're going to sharp it, so we're going to go up the piano to here. That's one half step. We sharp it by another half step.
B.
It's going to be a B. Generally, you'll find that a lot of them are going to be from one white key to one white key, or one black key to one black key.
Your earrings match your shirt.
Dude. Are they just normally pierced or are they gauged?
They're stretched.
My parents won't let me get gauges.
My brother did it for me. Lindsay just flexed.
A double sharp is the same as, what did we say it was?
B.
B. Alright, we're going to go the opposite way. A double flat is the same as, you got your piano, A double flat. We go down the piano, one half step, and another half step. We land at G. You can also see the flats and sharps before the letter name instead of after. It just depends.